Welcome back to another Keep Moving with Emily. Thanks for joining me. Today we are going to be doing Tabata. Tabata is a high intensity interval type of a format where you work 20 seconds on, rest for 10 seconds. You do 8 rounds in each Tabata. And so today we're going to be doing a strength Tabata and then a cardio Tabata, get that heart rate up there, and then work on a little bit of strength. The nice thing about this workout is you can either do this totally seated the entire time or standing up, or you can do a variation. I'll be showing both modifications, and you also don't need any equipment. So this workout can be done while you're traveling or while you're on vacation. And so lots of benefits to this particular workout. So if you've never done Tabata before, our warm-up that we'll be doing will kind of give us a good idea of what it feels like. You're going to hear a whistle blow. It'll tell you to work, and we're going to work for 20 seconds and then rest for 10. And that's how this workout is going to go. So make sure you have some water nearby, and let's get moving. All right. So if you are seated, go on ahead and sit up nice and tall. For those of us standing, stand up nice and tall. Let's work. Let's do some shoulder rolls backwards. If you're standing, you can do a side step with those. Seated, you're welcome to march in place as we do a shoulder roll back. Good. Let's roll those shoulders forward. Very nice. Good. This active recovery, we're just going to kind of keep moving, but typically you'd be resting during this time. Good. All right, this next time we're going to bring those arms up nice and big and down. Inhale up, exhale. Again, you can march in place. You can do some butt kickers if you're standing. March those knees nice and high if you're seated. Good. We're going to get a nice warm up from our head to our toes. Keep it up. Good. Nice. All right. If we are just seated or standing in this active recovery, let's just look from one side to the other. Warm up that neck nice and slow. Good. Very nice. All right. Let's reach it up and over. The nice thing is this tells us what round we're on to. So we're on round 3. Good. If you're seated, you're just reaching. Good. Keep it up. Show you what that looks like. Reach. You can tap that foot. Good. Good. Let's do some calf raises during this rest. So you can come up onto those toes, walk onto the heels. If you're seated, same thing. Good. Nice. All right, let's do some spinal twist this time. So reaching across the body, nice little twist in the spine, keeping the core nice and tight. If you're seated, nice little spinal twist. Again, if you want to tap that foot, you can. Good. Nice. Let's do some more of those arm openers. Good. Nice. All right, let's do some knee marches. If you're seated, just drive those knees up. Standing, we're here. Good. Once you get that movement, so you can go a little bit quicker. This last few little rounds, we're gonna get that heart rate up there, so get those knees up nice and high. Good. If we're seated, we're marching it out. Good, let's go back onto those toes and onto the heels. Calf raises again. You can do some more shoulder rolls if you want. Good. We're gonna do some hamstring curls, but those of you seated, I want you to tap underneath that chair. If we're standing, we're here. Warm up those hamstrings. Good. Keep it up. Good. Keep it up. Let's get some more arm reaches up in the sky. Let's do some jumping jacks this round. Get those arms up. Seated. You got that modified here.
Round 7.
We're in round 7. One more to go after this. Good. You're there. If you're standing, keep it up. Seated, we're here. Nice. Keep moving. Warming it up. Good. Nice. The last one, we're just going to jog in place. So if you're seated, you can pump those arms, pump those legs. For those of us standing, let's jog it out. Even though this is our rest time.
Work.
Good.
Round 8.
Round 8, that means this is our last round. And then we're gonna get the workout started. Good. If you're jogging in place, You can also march it in place. If that is too high impact for you to jog. Good work, good work. Breathe. Good, I'm gonna stop my music real quick and tell you what we're gonna be doing. By the way, today's theme is no matter what your limitation, you can keep moving, and that is true. I will make modifications, but at the end of the day, I want you to leave these workouts feeling strong and successful. So again, I'm gonna show you those different modifications, standing or seated. So whatever feels good to you, you stick with that. Listen to your body, okay? So let's get started on this first workout. So we're gonna start with strength Tabata. First exercise will be upper body, second exercise will be lower body, and I'm gonna show you how. Okay, so for our upper body, I'm gonna start with the seated version first. So if this is where you're at, this is where you're at. By the way, while I talk, I want you to just kind of march in place or keep moving because we don't want that heart rate to come down. First move is a shoulder press to a chest press. Press it up and then squeeze, bringing those elbows together. You can march it out if you want while you're seated, but that is that exercise. If you're standing with me, we're gonna incorporate a little bit of balance if this is in your wheelhouse. If not, no worries. So I'm gonna balance on one leg. Same idea, shoulder press, chest press, just like so. The idea is when we're not using any equipment, that's okay. It's a mind-body connection. So I really want you to think about what muscles you're working because you're gonna get an even more effective workout when you think about what muscles you're working. So we're working those shoulders and the chest. And as we stabilize, core is tight, squeezing in that stabilizing leg. All right, that's our first exercise, shoulder press, chest press. Feel free to incorporate weight if you have any, but I don't have any equipment on me, so I'm not gonna use any, but you can use it if you want. Second exercise, we're using legs this time. So those of you seated, you're sitting up nice and tall. Start with that right leg for the first 20 seconds. You're just extending that foot out, kicking that heel into that wall, squeezing in the top of the leg. Right leg, and then you'll alternate back and forth. Nice quad, hip flexor, hamstring work. For those of us standing, we are squatting with a kick. So from the side, bending at the hips, pushing through the hips, and kick, alternating. You can also do a sit to stand with a kick if that feels better for you. All right, are we ready? Because when I push play, we're getting started with that shoulder press, chest fly. Here we go. So you're gonna find that balance if you're standing with me. Knees coming up high, core is tight, arms are up 90 degrees. Here we go. Shoulder press, chest fly. Good. Don't forget to breathe. Nice. You stay there if you're standing. Seated, you're doing chest press to a chest fly. You can also march those feet. Good. All right, we're moving on to those legs. If you're seated, right leg is extending the whole time. Those of us standing, squat with a kick. Are you ready? Begin. So we're squatting.
Round 2.
Kick. Squat. Kick. Keep that chest up nice and high. Push through the heels as you stand up. Kick that foot out. Good. Keep it up if you are seated. You're just here. Building that quad as you squeeze. Woo, feel the burn. Nice. We're moving back to that shoulder press. Chest fly. If you're seated, you can march those knees if you want. Standing, we're on the other leg. I might not remember which leg. That's okay.
Round 3.
Remember what leg you're balancing on. If not, that's okay. Good. Pretend like you've got weight. Squeeze it together. Press it up to the sky. Good. Keep it up. Rest. Back to that. If you're seated, you're going left leg this time, that extension. If we're seated, alternating squats with a kick. Here we go.
Round 4.
Squat. Kick. Squat. Kick. Good. Showing you from that side. Making sure those hips go back. You're on that left leg for those of you seated. Good. Nice. We're like halfway done. You're killing it. Keep it up. Back to that shoulder press with the fly. Go on the opposite side.
Round 5.
Good. Round 5. Press it up and squeeze. Really working that mind. Keep it up. Keep that core tight. If you are seated, we're still here. Awesome job. If you're seated, you're back onto that other leg, that right leg. Up and squeeze. Those of us standing, squat with a kick. Let's go.
Work. Round 6.
Round 6. Good. That's where you are if you're seated. Standing, we're here. Did you have a bad day? Are you about to have a hard day? Take it out right now. Take it out right now. Good. Don't forget to breathe. Woo! Back to that shoulder press, chest fly. Find your balance. Or if you're seated, march those feet out. Here we go. Press it up.
Round
Squeeze it
7.
together. Good. Woo! Focus if you are balancing. If balancing doesn't work for you, you can just stand. Anytime we can stand and exercise, good for the muscles, good for the body, good little cardio too. Nice.
Rest.
Seated, this is your last time. Left leg is extending. Those of us standing, this is our last set of squat with a kick. You got it. Here we go.
Work.
Squat.
Round 8.
Lots of legs, hamstrings, glute work. When you sit it down, push through those heels, squat it up, kick. Good. Those of you who are seated, keep it up with that left leg. Nice. This is our
Rest.
last one. Other leg for those shoulder presses. No, I think we're done. Awesome. Awesome job. Now that we're done with strength, if you want to grab some water while I explain the next one, go for it, or just keep moving, marching in place as I explain the next thing. We're moving on to cardio, which means 4 minutes of getting our heart rate up there. So we're going to do one of my favorite moves, a cherry picker. Seated version first. We're sitting up nice and tall in our chair, reaching those hands up to the sky, hands to the hips, down to the floor. Once you get the movement, speed it up. If bending over makes you dizzy, you can always reach it up to the sky, hands to the hips, reach forward like so. All right. For those of you standing, I'm going to give you a couple of options. Option number 1, hands to the sky, hands to the hips, squat down like so. If you want it a little bit spicier, a little bit more high intense, when you reach those hands up after the squat, you're going to jump. Nice little squat jump. All right. That's our first move. Second move is we're going knee, knee to jacks, or modified, tap it out. Those of you seated, same idea. Elbow, elbow, jack, jack. You can tap that foot forward or tap it out to the side, whatever feels good to you. But those are our 2 moves for the next 4 minutes. Are you ready? Let's do this. Cherry pickers first. When that whistle blows, we go. Here we go.
Work.
That modified.
Round 1.
Reach it up, hands to the hips. Once you figure it out, you can speed it up. Or if you want to make it more intense, add in a hop. Good. Keep it up. If you are seated, reach it up and down to the floor. Nice. We're moving on to that knee, knee, jack, jack. So opposite elbow, opposite knee with 2 jacks. You ready? Let's go. When the whistle blows up, good.
Work. Round 2.
Twist, twist, here, good. If we're standing, high impact or low impact, whatever feels good to you, keep it moving. Nice. Rest. Back to those cherry pickers, whatever version. Seated, modified, or hardcore. If you're going hardcore, join me. You ready? Here we go.
Work. Round 3.
Little hop. Slowly as we land nice and soft. Good, or we're here. Seated, keep it up. If bending over makes you dizzy, remember you can always reach it forward. Good. Ready. We're moving into those knee, jack, jack. Keep moving in between these rests if you're able to. Let's go. Knee, knee.
Work. Round 4.
That's high impact. Low impact, you just tap. Good. My seated version. Keep it up. No matter what your limitation, you can keep moving. Good. Woo. Back to that cherry picker. I'll start with that seated version standing. You know what to do. Hands up to the sky. Hands to the hips, then down to the floor. Let's go.
Work. Round 5.
Round 5. Good. Or you're reaching forward if that makes you dizzy. Nice. Keep it up. Come on. Are you doing that jump with me? Challenge yourself if you're able to. Rest. Knee, jack, jack. Then we got one more set of both. And then we're done with cardio for this round. Here we go. Knee, jack, jack. Let's go.
Work. Round 6.
Really twist across that body, engaging the core. Good. Or that modified. Tap it out. Keep it up. You're doing awesome. I'm here with you. I feel the burn. Good work.
Rest. This
is our last cherry picker. What version are you gonna do? Challenge yourself if you can. You can do that hop.
Round 7.
You can even do a nice little calf raise. If a hop's not in your world, but you want a little bit of a higher intensity. Good. Keeping that core nice and tight as we do these. Finish strong. Let's go. Rest. Good job. Last set of those knee, jack, jack. Let's go. 20 seconds. You can do anything for 20 seconds. Yes? Let's go. Here we go.
Work. Round 8.
Good. Round 8. Last 20 seconds of these. Nice. Keep it up.
Rest.
Awesome job. Great work. Okay, now we're moving back to strength. So we've got 2 different moves. Again, we're going upper body for one of the exercises, lower body for the other one, but this upper body one includes some lower body if you're standing with me. So first, we're going to start with that seated version. I'm going to show you what it looks like up close though. We're doing an upright row. So up with those elbows, squeezing in those traps. You're going to feel this in your shoulders. Once we get to here, extend those arms out, squeezing in the back of the arms. So upright row to a tricep kick out, back down, up, out, kick it out. Really squeezing in the back of that arm, squeezing in those traps, sitting up nice and tall in your chair. Again, if you want to, you know, I don't know, do some sort of like, if you want to get that knee up, raise it, back down, alternate. You can incorporate legs with this as well if you feel like it. For those of you who are standing, we're going to be doing the same move, but the first move we're going to do in a sumo squat, so toes are pointed out. As I squat down, I'm going to come up to that row, upright row. We might even do a little bit of a side lunge, so sitting back in this hip, getting a nice stretch here, squeezing it up through that hip, out, down, up, and out. So we'll play with it a little bit, but that's our first exercise, upright row to tricep. Then, what is our lower body? We're doing some hamstrings. So if you are seated, we are going to start with the right leg extended forward, and we're going to scoop up. You're going to feel a nice stretch in this hamstring as you reach forward, up, and then you're going to do a leg lift, keeping that leg extended nice and straight. So scoop, leg lift for that first 20 seconds, and then when we alternate, you'll go to the other leg. That's what's you're going to feel it in the back of the leg and in the top of the quad and the hip flexor a little bit as you raise that leg forward. For those of us who are standing, 2 options. One option, this is going to be the lower impact version, called a good morning. Arms are going to be up by our side. I'm hinging at the waist, keeping my core tucked in, slight bend in those knees, and I'm squeezing through the glutes, standing up nice and tall. Feel it in those hamstrings and up, keeping that back flat, no rounded back. Or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, keep moving while I talk, you're going to do a single leg deadlift. So what that looks like is if I'm hanging onto a wall, hinging at the waist, squeezing through that glute. We're staying on the right side for the first leg, left side on the other. So again, we're here, or you can hang on to something in here. All right. Working those hamstrings. If that single leg stuff doesn't work for you, keep to that good morning. All right. When the music starts, we're doing that upright row to a tricep kick out. If you're standing with me, we're in a sumo squat. Ready? Let's go.
Round
Squat it
one.
down, up, get out. Upright row. Feel those tops of those shoulders. Kick out, feel in those triceps. We're also doing a nice little squat. More legs if you can. Good. Nice, rest. Moving into that hamstring. Seated, extend that right leg. You're doing that scoop with that leg, straight leg raise. If we're here, you're doing that single leg hamstring with me.
Round two.
Good. What that kind of looks like, we're just kind of pendulum, like so. Good, keep it up, or you're doing that good morning from the side. Good. Whatever version feels good to you. We're working those glutes, working those hamstrings. Rest. Back onto those upright rows. With me, we're doing a side lunge this time. Get those legs nice and wide. You're just doing that upright row to a tricep kick out. Here we go. We're here, we're down.
Round three.
Upright row, kick it out. Other side. Move it down. Make sure that knee doesn't go over your toe. Up and out. Good. Down. Up. Out. Keep it up. Working in those glutes as we can.
Rest.
Woo! Nice. We're going into that other leg. If we just did the right, we'll do the left. Seated. You're going straight leg with the leg raise.
Round four.
Here we go. Round four. Those of you who are doing a single leg, hinging, bringing that chest to the ground, using in the stabilizing glute, or good morning. Up and squeeze. Don't use that lower back. Use the backs of those legs and those glutes. Good. Rest. Halfway done. Back to that upright row, tricep peek out, seated, or you're with me, back to the sumo squat, toes are pointed out. Down.
Round five.
And up. Keep it up. If you're seated, you're here. Or if you want to do that knee raise, up to you. Keep it up. Nice strong arms. Really tense those arms. Good. All right. Back to that first leg if you're doing that single leg. I'm here with the seated. Right leg is extended. Hamstring scoop or deadlift. So we're scooping. Leg raise. Scoop. Ooh. Feel it in that leg. Nice. Keep it up if you are on your single leg deadlift. Forward and up or that deadlift. Good morning. Good. Core is tight. Keep it up. Rest. Nice job. We're back onto those upright rows. Kick it out. We're going to those side leg lunges if you're with me. You ready? Let's go. Down.
Round seven.
Round seven. That means we've got one more. Good. Sink it down. Up and out. If this is too much, you can just do this standing without the lunge. That's up to you. Stay safe. Don't forget to breathe. Up and out. Nice.
Rest.
Last one with that hamstring. The left leg is extended this time with those scoops and leg lift, or you're with me. Here we go.
Work.
Down.
Round eight.
And up. See if you can do it while balancing. Good. Ooh, that's hard. Or you're here. Up and squeeze. Feel it in those hamstrings. Slight bend in those knees. Squeeze it up. Squeezing those glutes before you stand up. Nice. Whatever version feels good. Nice. All right, you know what's next. Cardio is next. Grab some water real quick while I explain this next round. All right, so if you are seated, we are reaching across the body. You can tap same arm, same leg. So left arm is across, left foot comes out. Reach, reach. You can do 2 jacks, you can do 1 jack, or you can just stay here with the reaches. But we're going reach, reach, jack, jack. That is your first move. If you are standing with me, here, here, 2 jacks. You can also reach up nice and high if you would rather be up high, 2 jacks, or you can go low, whatever version, have fun with it. Second exercise is we're doing some punches. Seated. Here is your challenge. We're working that mind, working that body. Right arm punches with left leg extension. Boom. Alternate. Once you get it, you're going to speed it up. Punch, punch, opposite leg. If you are standing with me, here's your options. Low impact, you're going to sidestep with like a bit of a squat, 4 punches. Sidestep, 4 punches. If you want it spicier and you want a harder power workout, you are hopping, squat it down, 4 punches, hop, squat, 4 punches. That is our workout for this round. Are you ready? Let's start with that reach, reach, 2 jacks. When the whistle blows, here we go. So we're reach, reach, 2 jacks. Good. That lower impact, tap it out. Good. If you are seated, same idea. Keep it up, keep it up. We're reaching across, reach, tap, tap, reach. Good.
Rest.
We're moving on to that punch. So seated, we're opposite leg, opposite arm punches. If you're standing with me, we're either sidestepping or jumping and touching the ground in that squat. You ready? So we're either gonna hop, touch the ground, 4 punches, down and punch. If that's too much for you, you can just do a nice little sidestep, punch, stay in that squat. Good, or you're doing that opposite leg with opposite arm, set, seated, punch, let's go. This is our last round.
Rest.
Woo! Reach, reach, 2 jacks. Let's reach it up nice and high this time. You ready? When that whistle blows. Let's go, reach it up nice and high.
Round 3.
Once you get that movement, I want you to speed it up. Good. Or you're doing that modified jack. Keep it up, seated, same idea, reach, reach, 2 jacks. Core is tight.
Rest.
Rest. Let's move into that punching sequence. Seated, opposite arm, opposite leg. Standing, you are side, 4 punches. Let's go.
Round 4.
Once you figure this out, I want you to speed it up. Good, so if you're seated, you're staying there. Standing, we're here. Let's go, get low, 4 punches. If that's too intense, you stay here. Sink it into that low squat, punch it out. Whatever keeps you moving, I'm good with. I am good with. Good work. I think we're about halfway done. Back onto that reach, reach, jack, jack. You ready? Let's go.
Round 5.
Round 5. Nice. Keep it up. Reach. Working that core. Working that heart rate. Getting those jumping jacks in. Nice. Rest.
Rest.
Back to those punches. Seated. You got it. Opposite arm with opposite leg. Or you can just sit there, punch. Whatever feels good. Standing. You're with me.
Round
Let's go.
6.
Get low. Can you touch the ground? Squatting it up nice and high. Working those legs. Working that cardio. Or you're here in a nice low squat, punching it out. Wherever you're at, keep moving. If you're here, then get lower. Come on. You can keep hopping. Woo! Nice. Reach, reach. Jack, jack is next. We got this. I'm here with you. Let's do this.
Work.
Reach.
Round
Reach.
7.
Round 7. You know what that means? We got 1 more to go. You've got this, and we're finishing with core. Reach, reach, jack, jack, reach. You got this. Push it. Almost finished. Nice.
Rest.
All right, this is our last 20 seconds. Give it all you got. This is our last time to get that heart rate up there. Seated, I'm with you. Standing, you know what to do.
Work.
Extend
Round
that
8.
leg. Punch it out. Once you figure it out, I want you to speed it up, or you're here. Good, keep it up. Those of you with me, let's go. Come on, nice and fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it out. Stressful day ahead. Did you just have a stressful day? Take it out. Nice. Woo, rest. All right, now that we've done cardio and strength, we're moving on to core. 2 movements, 4 minutes through, standing or seated options. For the standing and the seated, we might kind of change it up a bit, so kind of pay attention. But the first move that we're going to be doing, if you are seated with me, I'm going to show you from the side. I'm sitting up off the edge of my chair. Hands are up on my shoulders. I'm leaning back. You can touch the back of that chair, crunching it forward, bringing those elbows to my knees. You're going to feel this in your crunch. It's just like a seated crunch. So we're here. All right. So that's a seated crunch. I may have you do a knee tuck sometime. So what that's going to look like is you can hold it underneath your chair or on those arms, bringing those knees up to your chest if I call out a knee tuck. And then we're doing opposite elbow, opposite knee for that bicycle or a penguin where you reach down to the side and down to the side. Those are 4 of the different moves we'll be doing. If you are seated, I'll call it out. I'll also show it. Cool? All right, for those of you standing, make sure you're grabbing water while we're doing this. Standing, you're gonna stay with me. For this first one, arms are up and I'm crunching that one knee. For more balance, more challenge, do not touch that foot to the floor as you bring that knee down. Really crunch, all right? So it might be alternating between right and left. And then we're gonna be doing those penguins, sinking it down like so, just like this. We might even do a little bit of a side knee one. You follow along. You've got this. Are you ready? All right. We are finishing off with some core. So again, if you're seated, you're doing that seated crunch, bringing those elbows to those knees, leaning back to touching the chair. If you're with me, we're standing. Same leg, same arms come up for about 20 seconds. Here we go. Last set. Ready? Arms are up if we're here. Seated, you're also welcome to do this version. If this looks fun.
Work. Round 1.
Crunch. Good. Keep it up. You're there. Or seated if you want. You can do this or you're here. Whatever version feels good to you. Good. Keep it up. Rest. Let's go into those penguins. Reaching it down to the side if you're seated. Standing, I want you to get into a nice squat with me. Sink it down, and we're gonna lean. Good, keep it up.
Round 2.
Round 2. Building those obliques. Breathe through it. Good, if you're seated, just like you're reaching down to pick something up, keep that core nice and tight. Bringing that hip bone to the ribs. Nice. Good, we're going the other leg, so left leg's coming up, so seated, you're welcome to do the opposite leg, or go back to those seated crunches. Standing here with me, arms are up, and we're squeezing.
Round 3.
You need to tap that foot to find balance, that's fine. Good, crunch. Working those lower abs. Nice. You got it. Ooh, back to those penguins, reaching it down to the side, seated. You got it. Standing here with me, get into that squat. Back.
Work. Round 4.
We're already halfway done. You got it. Keep it up for here. Good, keep it up if we're seated. Same idea, down. Good. All right, you're doing those knee tucks seated, bringing those knees up if you're able to. If not, stick with that seated crunch. Standing, you're here with me.
Work.
Opposite,
Round
no,
5.
same knee, same elbow. You can keep the other hand on your waist. We're squeezing. Good. Keep it up. Woo! Rest. We're going into those bicycles, opposite elbow to opposite knee, whether you're seated or you're standing with me. Twisting across, working those obliques.
Work. Round 6.
A little bit different than the move we were just doing. Good. Up and across. Up and squeeze. Good. Keep it up. If you are seated, here. Good. After this one, you're going back to those knee tucks if you're seated with me. Standing, you're going that left elbow to left arm.
Rest.
So seated, we're bringing those knees up. You can grab onto those arms or underneath the chair. driving those knees up. I'll do a few with you. Left elbow to left.
Work. Round
Knee
7.
if you're standing. Good. Driving those knees up. Standing where you're here. Good. Good. Keep it up. Woo!
Rest.
Nice. We're going back to those bicycles. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Last round. Last round, best round. Yes. Let's
Work.
go.
Round 8.
Round 8. Twist. Up and twist. Keep going. Seated. We're here. Good. Up and twist. You can always reach it across if that's too much. Oh, nice. Rest. Let's stretch it out, shall we? Awesome job. Let's take a big breath in out to the sky. Great work. Reach those fingertips up nice and high. If you're seated, same thing. Big breath out. Reach those arms back behind. Good. Opening up that chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale, reach those arms forward. Good. A nice stretch in that back. Do a couple arm crossovers. Super proud of you today. Take a big breath in. All right, so this is what it's gonna look like. If you're seated, you're gonna place that right hand on the chair and you're gonna lean over. For those of you standing, we're gonna kind of get in a bit of a lunge and reach. We're working the lats. Nice. Big breath in, reach those hands up to the sky again. If you're seated, place that left hand on the chair and lean it over. If you're standing with me, we're here. Good. Good. Big breath in, reach those arms up. Big breath out. Bring one arm across. Some wrist circles in as you hug that arm to your chest. I hope you feel strong and victorious and successful getting that workout done. Get your body moving, switch sides. This feels good to get your body moving. Maybe you have a stressful day ahead of you. Maybe you just had a stressful day and it just feels good to channel that energy somewhere else. All right, so if you're standing with me, we're gonna extend one foot and hinge forward, get a nice stretch in that hamstring. Seated, same idea. Heels in the ground, toes pointed up, and you're just hinging forward. You can reach that hamstring, toe, shin, whatever feels good. I like doing these seated because I feel like I can get a deeper stretch and it's a little bit safer for me. Because the next one, we're gonna bring that same leg that we extended up on top of our thigh and hinge forward. So if you're standing, hang on to a wall for me. It's about that tree pose. It's a good hip stretch, but if you have a chair, I highly encourage you to do this seated. It feels so good. Seated. We're here. You work and you're seated all day. This is a great stretch for those hips, the glutes. Breathe. Breathe into that stretch every time you exhale. So you can sink a little bit deeper. Got it. Place that foot down. Extend that other foot. Hinge forward, or if you're standing, you can hinge forward. Good. Big breath in. Let's put that other foot up on top of our thigh. Hinge forward. One side's always a little bit tighter than the other. Very nice. We're gonna do one more big breath in up to the sky. Exhale, and give yourselves a hand. Super proud of you. Thank you so much for joining me for another Keep Moving with Emily. I hope you come back. And yeah, make it a great day. Grace and mercies are new every morning. Embrace that truth. Go, be strong, choose joy today. And don't forget to keep moving. See you next time. Bye.